Hey Pike Panthers, this is the oral recording for your third week of remote learning. This is over moon phases. This is your check for understanding, and I'll get right to it. Obviously, the first thing you're going to have to do is put in your name, which goes right here, first and last name. Select your class period, just like we always do. And there is only a few questions on this one. There's no free response, so it's all answer choices, so this should make it a little bit easier for you compared to last week. The first question says, identify the name of the 8 different moon phases in the picture below. And if I look at it, I've got a graphic right here, and it says new moon, full moon, first quarter, third quarter, or last quarter as it's sometimes called, waxing crescent, waxing gibbous, waning crescent, and waning gibbous. So for moon A, your job is to tell me what is being represented. So if I look at image A, what is that a picture of? Go to moon B, what is that a picture of? Moon C, again, what's that a picture of? Select the correct radio button. Moon D, moon E, and it's going to go all the way through and have you select F, G, and H. So pretty easy for that one. Just select the correct radio buttons, and if you've listened to the oral lecture or watched the oral lecture, this should be a piece of cake. Okay, looking at the next question. When looking at the sun, earth, and moon model from above, identify the 8 different moon phases. So again, use your oral lecture notes. That's going to help you tremendously on this one. Location 1, which is right here, is an example of what? Location 2 is an example of what? Notice that in all of these, it shows half of them in darkness, half of them illuminated. But from our perspective on Earth, it's not going to appear that way. That's important when you're trying to determine the moon phases, right? Because the sun is shining on a sphere, half of the moon is always going to be illuminated regardless of our perspective here on Earth. So we may see it differently, but it is definitely 50% lighted. Okay, so go ahead and select the correct phase for location 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Okay, finally, last question. A student shows a model of the Earth and the moon to the class. You are here on Earth. There's the moon, there's the sun. Which picture shows how the moon appears from Earth when it is in the position shown in this model? So when I'm standing right here, what would be represented if the moon is in this position? Would it be a waxing gibbous? Would it be a waning gibbous? Would it be a waning crescent? Or a waxing crescent? And finally, the last one, which is the untitled section, has a first quarter moon occurring on April 8th. When will the next full moon occur? So now we're looking at the next full moon. Here, right here, it's going to be first quarter. So when am I going to get the next full moon? Is it going to be on April 22nd, April 11th, April 15th, or May 1st? And this completes my class's Moon Phases Check for Understanding.